Hi, everyone. Good Sunday evening. We are talking about the possibility of winter weather. But first, I also want to talk about the possibility of black ice and frigid temperatures tomorrow morning. We have two weather impact alerts in place, one for tomorrow morning and one for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning with that possible winter weather. So you see it there. There's real feel temperatures on your screen. That's what it could feel like tomorrow morning. So we do have a weather impact alert in place from 2 until 10 a.m. We will have lows on either side of 30 degrees. So some will dip into the 20s, others will stay in the low 30s, but everyone will feel like the 20s. Wind chills will be in the low and middle 20s out there. Also, something we're watching, the possibility for black ice along and north of I-10, and that does extend across southeast Georgia. So what do you need to do? Of course, if you're out and about early tomorrow morning, it is MLK Day. Drive slowly, please. That black ice really worries me. And we will protect the P's. What are the P's again of cold? There's 5 of them. We're going to protect people. Make sure to check on your people, your neighbors, your loved ones tonight. Make sure they have ways to stay warm. Bring your pets inside. Protect the plants and practice fire and heating safety. Now for pipes, most of us are good to go. I don't think the actual air temperature gets cold enough to actually have to protect your pipes. So most of us, we really don't have to worry about that. However, when it comes to protecting your pipes, although it's not a concern for most of us until temperatures are in the 20s for several hours, and we're not expecting that tonight. If you have exposed pipes, exposed plumbing, and some of those copper pipes outside, you know your house and you know your pipes better than I do, then you can protect them if you want. Because some spots will drop down into the 20s, places like Waycross and Brunswick, right around 28 degrees. And let's see, so then around Jacksonville, as we mentioned, either side of 30 degrees. Sorry, I'm just actually checking for comments right now, too. That caught my eye. I see someone already commented a question. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to comment your question and I will try to answer it for you. But there's a look at your overnight lows. But as mentioned, it's the wind chill that really has us concerned. Wind chills down into the 20s, the low and middle 20s for some. And so this becomes dangerous when you are exposed to the elements too long. So if there is someone who doesn't have the proper channels to stay warm all night, this does become dangerous because wind chills, that's what our body reacts to. So our bodies are thinking that it's 24 degrees outside, and that can become dangerous. It can cause hypothermia if you're not dressed correctly and you're outside in that for a very long time. After that freezing start tomorrow morning, we're going to stay cold tomorrow afternoon. Highs will stay in the 40s. Then we move into Tuesday, and in the morning it's freezing, but in the afternoon, high temperatures will get up to around 50 degrees. So rain will move in, and it's just plain rain. And then after the sun starts to set, temperatures start to drop, and that's when we could see some of this change over to some more wintry mix, a wintry precip situation. So we have another weather impact alert in place starting at 10 p.m. Tuesday, and that goes until 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. Across all of the First Coast, you'll be dealing with either rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain, or a combination of any of the above. So start thinking now, how are you going to prepare for this cold? You can see there I have a little generator icon on the screen because I do want everyone to be aware that power could go out in an ice event if you're going to get freezing rain, which is ice. And so you need to start thinking about your generator safety because not everyone can use generators in the same ways. Some people cannot plug in space heaters or heated blankets into their generators. So just start thinking now how to prep for the cold. FirstCoastNews.com has a great web article up right now on how to prepare your vehicle for the cold and also stock up on your medicines in case you are one of these people that will have slick, icy roads and you can't leave the house. And we're going to break that down now. Who could see what? So let's go county by county. If you're wondering about a specific area, like where you live, this is what I'm expecting. So if you live in Ware, Brantley, or Pierce counties, you will see rain. It will change over to ice and snow. Yes, you could see snow. Likely not a lot of accumulation, but still snow is possible. Please be aware of the icy roads and the possibility of power outages. Please try to stay warm. Think ahead. Get all your warm weather clothes out and ready to go. For Glenn, Camden, and Charlton counties, along the coast, you could have gusts around or perhaps even above 30 miles an hour. Frigid. You will have rain that will change to ice, and there could be some areas of snow. Slick bridges are a major concern, and there could be some power outages. For Nassau and Duval counties, once again along the coastal areas, gusts around or above 30 miles an hour. Sleet and freezing rain is possible, mainly for inland spots. So if you are west of the downtown Jacksonville area, let's say 295 west, and then along and north of I-10, that's your highest chance of maybe seeing some rain in Duval County. Excuse me, not rain, freezing rain, of seeing ice in Duval County. So mainly west and then to the northwest of downtown Jacksonville. Closer to the beaches, for most areas, it will just be a cold rain with strong wind gusts. But I won't rule out the possibility of pockets of some ice out there, and also the possibility of perhaps a few flurries in the air. It's not going to stick though. Then for Columbia, Baker, Union, and Bradford counties, you will have rain first. That will change over to ice. Maybe some flurries out there. Again, I don't think it's anything that really accumulates or sticks, but with the ice, I have a major concern about that. Icy roads, power outages, please be prepared. I'm concerned about all of our interstates, so that does include I-10. We don't want to see people who have to travel along I-10 and then take these back roads, see those icy roads, overpasses that ice as well. For Clay, St. Johns, and Putnam counties, you will, again, coastal areas have those strong wind gusts. For most areas, it will just be a cold rain. Now, if you have these back roads, areas that are protected from the wind, areas that are in the shade, I won't rule out some patches of ice out there, but for most areas, it's just some rain. You can see there on your screen, see how the top corner of Clay County has that pink there, and that's a model trying to show the possibility of sleet or freezing rain, so I won't rule it out, but overall, most of this area, it's going to be a cold rain. That is the case for Flagler County, just a cold rain. It's going to be a slow commute, and you need to bundle up and have warm rain gear ready. So I'm going to show you a model here, and this is one model run. It is subject to change. In fact, I guarantee it will change perhaps in the next few hours, likely again over the next several hours and coming days as we approach Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. But this is just one model showing the possibility of snow, and it does show light to very light snowfall falling across portions of southeast Georgia. What about freezing rain, which is ice? This same model saying there could be freezing rain, there could be ice accumulation, generally north of I-10. Moderate for those areas in orange, a glaze for other people, perhaps south of I-10, extending down closer to across Duval County. Remember how we talked about the west side of Jacksonville, or western Duval really, and northwestern Duval? That's what you see here, the possibility of a glaze of a bit of ice out there. So we do have a winter storm watch in effect that goes into effect at 1 a.m. Wednesday morning and lasts until 1 p.m. And so when we say there's a winter storm watch, which will then eventually become a winter storm warning, this is issued by the National Weather Service, and all it means, or all they mean by it, is that there is a wintry precip possible, mixed wintry precip, so some flurries, some sleet, some freezing rain, some plain old cold rain, but it does include the possibility of snow and ice. So again, that's 1 a.m. to 1 p.m., your winter storm watch in effect for Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. So please just remember these cold weather tips. I'm going to leave them on the screen for you, and I'm going to quickly glance through these comments just to see if there's any questions out there that I can answer. All right, what is downtown going to get, and are schools closing? Your meteorologist here does not get to decide whether schools close. I have no idea, honestly. I really wish I could give you an answer, but it's not up to me. Now, for downtown Jacksonville specifically, we see temperatures get very close to freezing, but perhaps it's possible they could stay a degree or two above. So I want everyone now to be thinking about bridges. So downtown, there's a lot of bridges, obviously. It's possible that they could start to ice over, and that'd be very scary. Right now, it doesn't look like a major concern of ours, but it could change in the coming days. So please continue to check back in. Again, it's mainly to the west and north of downtown that we're more concerned for those areas of Duval County. All right, what are the chances? Why are my comments going away? I don't think I understand that question, but I will. Something about training. I will read it more later and get back to it. But for now, and I will comment a response if warranted. But for now, I'm going to leave you all with this. And again, if there's any more comments or questions, you can send them right now on Facebook. But here's what we're thinking as of right now, the First Coast News weather team. Snow, a possibility for our far northern areas. It's going to become more of a mix of snow, and it's going to start off as rain and then perhaps become freezing rain or sleet, and maybe some flurries in there as well for those of you in the pink shaded area. And then the farther south you go, the more likely you are to just have plain old rain. And this forecast will likely continue to shift as Tuesday night gets closer and we get more high resolution data in, and we will be able to really pinpoint more of those areas that could potentially see, or what type of winter weather that those areas could see. But here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, it is a weather impact alert for wind chills in the 20s, and black ice is possible along and north of I-10, which does include southeast Georgia. Then another weather impact alert goes into effect Tuesday night into Wednesday morning for the possibility of, well, everyone will see rain, and then the possibility of snow, flurries, freezing rain, which is ice, or sleet. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this, and please continue to check back in for updates because things do change every shift, because we could just continue to get more and more data as the system gets closer. So you're doing the right thing, but please continue to check back in with us as we approach Tuesday night. Have a great Sunday night.